All right, we're going to start at the back of deck 3 with the Luminae restaurant. This is a restaurant for suite guests only. So if you're not in a suite, you're not going to eat in here, unfortunately. But we'll give you a look at this, and then we're going to take you on a tour around the entire ship. Not cabins, but everything else we're going to show you. Hopefully I don't miss anything. We were on a cruise on this ship from Hong Kong to Singapore, so we're on for 10 days. We went to Vietnam and Thailand, so it was a wonderful cruise. And I got up really early one morning to get this video. So again, this is the Luminae restaurant for suite guests only. There's the maitre d' check-in desk right there. And now we're going to start our tour proper. Moving forward on deck 3. You saw some elevators on the left there. On the right hand side here is the Shore Excursions desk. More elevators. Now here on the right hand side is the Passport Bar. Now we're in the area, the Grand Foyer, they call this. They'll do a lot of musicians and all that good stuff will play right there. And then this is the guest services area. Those desks on the left right there. And we'll kind of loop around and go back. The front of deck 3 is all cabins. There's an ATM machine right there. And there's a little community board letting you know what's going on. More elevators. Lots of elevators on this ship. Now we're just going to loop around, make our way back. And we are going to see the Grand Epinay restaurant. This is the main dining room. This evening's attire, smart casual. And that's pretty much all there really is on deck 3. But we're going to take you around everything. Trust me, there's a lot more to see. So this is the lower section of the Grand Epinay restaurant. There is an upper level as well, which we will show you. Very nice and clean. Go up those stairs to that level. We're going to bring you back out. There's the main check-in desk right there. And we're going to make our way up to deck 4 and show you all along deck 4, which does not have cabins. So we're just going to make our way up here. And try and do this all in one straight swoop, so you get a good feel for the entire length of the ship. Here we are on deck 4. We're going to come down here first, and we're going to show you the upper level of the restaurant, the Epinay. Let you know they're serving breakfast on deck 3. Obviously it wasn't ready yet because this is super early in the day. But this will be the upper level. Of course, with hindsight, I should have just gone up those stairs and shown you this, but a bit late for that now. So that's the upper level. Now, as we make our way outside of here, on the right hand side, well, there's more elevators as you can see. On the right hand side, we have the Cellar Masters. You will see these everywhere, letting you know what is on each deck. Doesn't tell you where they are, it just says they're in that direction. But elevators there, and there's a full ship map showing you where everything is. But on the right hand side here, we do, as I said, have the Cellar Masters. Looking back down into the foyer area there. This is primarily a wine bar. We actually met in here before we did our chef's table. So there you have the Cellar Masters. we'll keep making our way down. Next up, we have the casino. And I'm not sure if it was because of this cruise, but this casino was never really very busy. And it is non-smoking, which is huge, for me at least. Maybe not so much for smokers, but maybe that's why it wasn't so busy. I don't know. But never really seemed busy. We did a slot tournament in here, and there was 2 rounds. I guess there was definitely not more than 30 people that took part. And I got to the final. Didn't win, but, you know, we had some fun. Yes, so they do slot tournaments and stuff on here. But again, I can't stress how, compared to other cruise lines I've been on, it really wasn't that busy in the casino. And I think, you know, probably does have a lot to do with non-smoking, but to me, that's a wonderful thing. So we come out here into what they call the entertainment court. And first up here on the right-hand side, we have Celebrity Central. They did a few events in here. They did the Let's Make a Deal. They did a couple of the Liars Club and a couple of small things like that. So they do some events in here. So keep your eye out for the program of events and where they are. If it's in Celebrity Central, it is in here. Not very large, but and I'm going to say the chairs weren't the most comfortable, just in my humble opinion. So check that place out if you see events going on. Now, further towards the forward of the ship, we are going to hit the theatre, the Solstice Theatre. It's going to show you inside there right now. So again, we are up on level 4. You can go down to the equivalent on level 3. This is at the very front of the ship. We're going to leave out on the other side and show you the opposite side of deck 4. So we're just leaving the starboard side. We're going to walk back down the port side. And shockingly then, we will go up to deck 5. So we're coming back out of the theatre. And as we make our way down here, we're going to go back out into that entertainment court. First thing you're going to see on the right-hand side is the Quasar, however you want to pronounce it. They did a lot of like trivia and some events in here. So again, look at the entertainment schedule. If it's in the Quasar, it is in there. Next up on the right-hand side, we are going to see the Future Cruise Vacations desk. It's good to see one of these. We definitely took advantage of it, rebooked on 2 back-to-backs from Bali to Mumbai in 2026, which will be rather wonderful. And now we're coming out into some shops. On the left-hand side, there is a photo gallery right there. And here are the shopping area, basically on the opposite side of the casino. There's the casino. Casino bar right there. And as we make our way under here, we have the Martini Bar. This was our favorite bar on the entire cruise. We spent a lot of time here. The bartenders were great. A lot of flare shows. Very cool setup. I love the ice around the bar that they had. Obviously, it's cleaned up right now. But when it's in action, this is a very popular and very vibrant place to be. This is also an area where you will get off the ship in ports, or we did at least a few times. right here on the right hand side is where we would get off. Now we're at the back of that Grand Epinay again. So we'll show you a very quick look on this side. Then we will head up to deck 5. Again, this is at the back of the ship. So let's make our way up to deck 5. We now completed deck 3 and deck 4. So we'll make our way up here. We're going to see some of the restaurants shortly. Here we are on deck 5. So we're going to come down here into this bar. We're going to see Michael's Club coming up shortly. And also the Ensemble Lounge. They had a bit more jazzy band type of deal feel in here. There is Michael's Club there. Members only, as you will see. So not everybody can get in there. But I don't care. I just walked in through the door. There's the bar. So again, this is Michael's Club. I thought it was made just for me. Apparently not. Come out again. This is the Ensemble Lounge. Much more mellow vibe in here. Like I said, there are jazz bands playing, acoustic singing. Nothing too crazy in here. There's a piano right there. This is the Murano restaurant. One of the good fine restaurants I have on board. There's some very good restaurants. We ate here on day 1, I believe it was. That is where we did our chef's table. In that room there. But this is the Murano. Right there. Coming back out, make our way further down. We'll see some more restaurants in a second. Where the musicians played right there. And we'll make our way down. You see where that love heart is? That is called the Silk Harvest restaurant, where they do Le Petit Chef, which is a lot of fun. Very entertaining dinner you'll have in there. Just down the end here. As you can see. There's a clue right there as to what happens. I'm not going to spoil it. You have to go to really appreciate it. But this is where they have Le Petit Chef. It's not the largest of restaurants. So make reservations because it does sell out. Very interactive is all I will say. If you don't already know. Now just past here on the left, we're going to see the Tuscan Grille, which is the steakhouse. Look out on Journeys cruises, longer cruises, if they do any special luncheons. They did one day on this cruise. We were lucky enough to catch it. But this is the Tuscan Grille. Right there. If you're lucky enough to get a window seat, you get some great views. Now we're going to basically go back through where we came. Oh, this is the Aqua Lounge. Sorry, I forgot about that. Blue. This is for the Aqua guests only. Again, this is the Blue Lounge for Aqua guests. So if you are in the Aqua class, you can eat in here every night if you want to. We did a concierge class, so we were not allowed in here. Would have been nice. So that's most of the main restaurants. We're going to make our way back through the Ensemble Lounge and the Michael's Club, go back past Murano, and then we're going to head back further forward on deck 5, and then we'll head up to the upper decks and show you all that good stuff. In between, it's mostly cabins, but we'll show you a few little things on the way up. So here we go, making our way up through here. Again, that's Murano on the left. There's the bar. And here we are walking back out into the main area on the middle of deck 5. And on this side, we're going to have the coffee bar and a pastry bar. And there's the coffee right there. Little seating area to catch up. We did utilize this coffee bar, well, I don't drink coffee, but Julie did the coffee bar, but this pastry bar we used quite a lot right here on the right-hand side. It was wonderful. All free. So we had a good time with that. Cafe El Bacio, I can't really know, however you want to say it. Now we're going to walk ahead here and we're going to see some more shops on the right, but on the left will be the world-class bar. It's close to a Alchemy on Carnival as you could get, I imagine. Julie did the Martini class there. We're going to keep walking up here through these shops. All shops on the right-hand side, lots and lots of shops. Pretty high-end shops too. Suffice to say, I don't think we even went in any of these shops, let alone buy anything. I think there was one celebrity logo shop. Now we're going to take you back into the upper level of the Solstice Theatre, show you deck 5 in there real quick. And then we'll walk back down the opposite side of deck 5, and then we'll go up to the upper decks. There you go. This is the upper level of the theatre. Good luck seeing from these seats. Not quite sure what they're there for. Maybe they're there if you want to hide away. But they have seats there. All right, now we're going to walk back. Deck 5. Last few things to show you down here. Doors are always stiff. Video in one hand, opening a heavy door with the other. Not always easy. So as we come down here, on the right hand side, we're going to see the art gallery. See that we're getting ready for something right now. Getting ready for an art show. Those shops are over there on the left hand side. And then also back in the middle area there, don't forget, we had the world-class bar. This was the art show right here. Now we showed you most of the restaurants down below, but just up ahead here, we're going to show you the sushi restaurant. It's called Sushi On 5, very imaginative name. I'll just show you a few more shops. And in a second, we're going to show you the world-class bar right there. Then we're going to cut across and take you down and show you Sushi On 5, which is just down here. They had a special Indian dinner one night, which they did in here, which we really enjoyed. So this is Sushi On 5. All right, so that's Sushi On 5. We're going to make our way down here. I'm going to show you a couple of small things, then we'll make our way up to the main pool areas up on top. First off, in here, a little retreat area, like a little conference room. You want to have some private time with a little group in there. I think they may have also had some religious ceremonies in there as well. And then just to show you outside here, they have some seating areas where you can sit and relax if you want to get some fresh air. As you can see, now we're going to make our way up to deck 12. So again, we're on deck 5 now. We're heading up to deck 12. On the way up, it goes very quickly, so you won't quite catch it. But on the way up, if you look quickly enough, on deck 6, you'll see the Celebrity Lounge out the window in the elevator. On deck 7, Team Earth, which is where the concierge butler service is. And then on deck 8, there really isn't much. On deck 9, there is a card room. And then there's a library on deck 10 and 11. And then we will be up at deck 12. So as you're going up through these areas here, they're on each level as we're going up. But you'll see those. It was a lot to show you individually. It's a long enough video already. But yeah. So here we are up on deck 12. It's the main pool deck. So we're going to come out here. And that stage there is where the band would play if they're ever up here, or any events going on would be right there. See, we got some hot tubs, pool in the middle. It's the crew getting ready for the day. There's the pool bar. I did spend quite a lot of time there. We'll come up here and hang to the left. We're heading more into the spa area right now. Some nice little cabanas there you could get for the day. I believe they were free, first come, first served. And you're going to come in here. Straight ahead up on the left is what they call the spa cafe, after you see a couple of hot tubs. Then you see a little pool in the middle. You notice we're under the roof now, so this is covered. Always nice and warm. So there's the spa pool. And then straight ahead here we have the solarium. In there on the right, there is the spa cafe, sorry. And we'll keep making our way up here. Coming into the main hair salon on the right. On the opposite side, we kind of missed out a little bit, but they had an acupuncture area. They had what they call a Persian garden. We're heading into the fitness center in a second. So all this good stuff is up here on deck 12 forward. Here's the fitness center. And a little known secret, but in the very front here, they have what they call a spa veranda. You can go outside and check out. Wouldn't imagine this would be too busy coming into ports and stuff like that, so a good secret viewing spot, I would imagine. Yep, so this is the front of deck 12. This is what they call, like I said, the spa veranda. We'll make our way back into the fitness area and continue on our way. This is an open workout space. They'll do some aerobics classes and all that good stuff right here. And then back in through the opposite side of the main gym. Very modern looking, as you can see. I'd like to be able to tell you how busy it was, but no, I did not go there. I should have. I bought my workout gear, but as always, didn't end up going. So we're back out into the main spa area with a hair salon. On the left there, little retail shop coming up. Right there. And then back out into the main spa area. Then we're going to make our way up to deck 14, because as you know, on most ships there is no deck 13 because it's considered bad luck. Although Virgin has a deck 13. I guess they consider themselves luckier. So here we are on the opposite side of that spa pool. We're heading back out to the stairs to go up to deck 14. Another hot tub right there. Obviously it's still very early in the day, so they were not open just yet, but they will be. And again, those are open cabanas, first come, first served. Back out into the main pool area. Where now the pool bar is off to our right. We're going to head up these stairs to deck 14. And up here we have what's called the Mast Bar. A lot of cigars around here, be warned. I did not spend much time up here. Looking out over a glorious day. This is the jogging track we are on right now. And then in these doors, we're going to go in. They have what they call the Sky Observation Lounge. This is where we did some karaoke. I sang with a band. As always, not very well. If they do have a large group on there, they had a very large group of 300 people on this ship. They had private parties. They were all in here. So on at least 3 of the nights we were on board, this was closed, which was a bit disappointing for us, but great for them. But we only had so many sea days because it was a very port intensive cruise. So we only had a couple of nights we could actually come up here. So just be aware of that. This is the Sky Observation Lounge. Deck 14. Now on the opposite side, they had another conference center. Just going to make our way back out here. I'm going to go over to the opposite side. And again, in here is the conference center. If you want to have a private meeting or a group get together or whatever, they will set this up for you, I am sure. There you go. Conference room. Now, as we make our way back outside, we are going to see the Mast Grill in a second. Again, there's the jogging track. Well, maybe we won't see the Mast Grill just yet. Forgot where I was going. I'm going to go up to deck 15 briefly. Now up here, they have what they call the Solstice Deck. And at the very, very back, we're going to see the basketball court. This is more the exercise area, I guess, other than the fitness gym. With the X Club on the right-hand side, which I assume it's a children's club. Be the first to admit I'm not 100% on there. But there is the basketball court. They also had it set up for pickleball and all sorts of different things on various times. Football, not soccer, it's football, because you use your feet. Make our way back down this other side. And they have what is called the Fun Factory. Yeah, there you are, kids 3 to 12. I was right. We don't have children, so we always get that bit wrong. There we are, back up with the Solstice Deck. We'll show you that real quick. Again, I would imagine this is a fairly quiet area you could come to pretty much any time. I don't think on this entire cruise, it may have been the fact that it was a cruise very port intensive from Hong Kong to Singapore with all the nice stops, that people were maybe not as active as they normally would be, like on a Caribbean cruise. But nothing ever seemed really busy the whole time we were on board. But for an older ship, we really enjoyed it. There were plenty of good restaurant choices, which I can't say the same for older ships and other cruise lines. So that was us just popping up to deck 16 for that Solstice Deck. Now we're going back down to deck 15 again. They have a video arcade there as well. But now we're going to go back down to deck 14. Back onto that jogging track. And now we're going to continue down, and I am going to show you the Mast Grill. A bit turned around before. So this is on the opposite side of the Mast Bar. Oh, someone's out jogging early. This is where they'll do like burgers and hot dogs and stuff. We did not eat here. I didn't hear the best things about it, but I'm sure some people love it. But the food was so good. I will say this, the buffet in this place was unbelievable. Don't think I've ever been on a cruise ship and chosen to go to the buffet. Breakfast especially was really good. Nothing to do with the fact that an English breakfast section with bacon and all the proper good food. So we're going to come back down here on deck 14, continue that jogging track, following the jogging track as it were. And then I'm going to show you that buffet. Never fear, we are almost done. Looking back down to the pool area. I remember on embarkation on the sail away party, there was literally me and Julie at the bar. There's nobody up there. I don't know where everybody was. I think they were all up top here watching the sail away out of Hong Kong. But the poor band played to nobody. So we're going to bring you down here and show you the Oceanview Cafe, which is where they'll do the buffet and the breakfast and all that good stuff. I'm telling you, the breakfast and the lunch buffet on the last day, oh my goodness, they had a shrimp bar that was stacked with shrimp. Couldn't believe it. So this is where they do the buffet. And then they just have one more small part to show you, and then we'll be done. We can take you back up to the back of deck 15. So you have all these different areas where you can go and pick your food. At dinner, they have a make your own pasta, which is really good. Typically, it was roped off before they were ready. That's why they did the make your own pasta, and you do your omelets in the morning and stuff. But just very enjoyable buffet, shall we say. And again, I can't say that about most cruise lines I've been on. A lot of international days, they'll have an Indian section, Mexican section, English section, because there's a lot of Brits on these ships. Some drink stations there. There's also a bar up here. Yeah, can't say enough good things about the buffet on this ship. But now we're going to hope this door opens. Yay! We're going to head out back. Have a little drink station. The bar is on the opposite side. A couple of nice little booths there. An extension out if you want to eat in the fresh air. This is called the Oceanview Bar. That's another bar that's out the back. There was one bar in the restaurant as well. So we had the Oceanview Cafe, and at the back the Oceanview Bar, and another smaller bar on the inside. Now the last thing we're going to do, we're going to make our way back up to deck 15. We're going to come out here into the Sunset Bar. Now on the left, you'll see we have a Bocceball area. It's very cool. There's one on either side, so we'll show you both sides. Again, this is the sunset bar. Real grass, as you can see. It's pretty warm there. Now coming up here, the last couple of things to show you. We have the Lawn Club, which has a movie screen, so they'll show movies up here. They also have some cabanas, and we did rent one day. It was kind of fun, not overly expensive. So you'll see them on the lawn there. So we did have a cabana for one day. We got a bottle of vodka as part of our deal, which was pretty good. We booked it in advance on one of the flash sales, so it was nice and cheap, but we had that to ourselves for the day. It's very nice. So these are patio cabanas at the Lawn Club that you can pay to rent for the day. And then here was very cool. They had a glass blowing area. Quick look at the other side of the bocce right there. And then inside here, if I remember correctly, they actually had a ping pong table. Yes, I wanted to show you. I didn't want to miss anything out. Come on the other side there, they have the studio, photography and all that good stuff. And then one more quick wrap around, because I want to show you and end on showing you the glass blowing area, where you can pay and make your own glass blowing, whatever you want to do. Julie made an elephant. You could make a vase, a glass, or whatever you want. They got whole examples out front of what you can do. So this is going to wrap up our tour of Celebrity Solstice with the hot glass class right there. Pretty awesome. I do recommend it. Be careful what you get, because they give you a price, but that's the price for the cheapest part. If you pick an elephant like Julie did, and then before you know it and you haven't been confirmed, it gets more expensive. So the simpler things are cheaper, the more complex, more expensive. And there is the movie screen. And one more look at the cabanas. And that will wrap up our little tour of Celebrity Solstice. We were on for 10 beautiful days on our cruise from Hong Kong to Singapore. Loved it. Can't recommend the ship enough. Martini Bar was excellent. The buffet was excellent. So many very, very good things about this ship. I would totally recommend it. So hope you enjoyed that little tour. Hope to be on another celebrity ship soon. We'll be on the Millennium in 2026. Be our next one. But you never know. We may squeeze one in before then. I always like to get back and show you the sunrise to finish every tour on. And that is what we are going to do. I'll let you enjoy it. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, Mick, at elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.